Hi, everyone. This is Suzanne Wagner, and I'm doing the intuitive patterns for the month of December 2023. This is a compilation of a whole bunch of different decks of cards that I work with, and I focus on the month of December and then pull cards. And this gives you sort of a synopsis or a forecast from the tarot perspective about what's coming in December of 2023. Just know that I do have the astrology out also for 2023, so check that one out as well. In the Aleister Crowley Tarot, we have the Hermit, Art, Dominion, and Futility. In the Words of Truth, we have Body, Authenticity, Forbearance, Vibration, and Receiving. In the Mayan Oracle, we have Simi, Ak, Universal Movement. In the medicine cards, we have butterfly, ant, and bat. In the ancient Egyptian tarot, we have the Four of Wands, Hierophant, and the Ten of Cups. In the Osho Zen tarot, we have nothingness, integration, and transformation. And in the Healing Earth tarot, we have the Nine of Feathers, the Ten of Wands, and the Two of Rainbows. The butterfly reminds us that at any point we can change our minds. Butterfly is associated with the air element, and that is a flowing quality that can shift quickly when one is willing. The problem is always about the ego getting in the way of any change. Ego is a form of constricted fire. The seething quality of constricted fire is an indication that below certain beliefs and thoughts are parts of our psyche that want to be right, want to be validated, and want to believe in their own power to the point that they will try to control the rage inside of them and then direct it out to those that threaten those beliefs. Ego is always about the desire and attachments to power, mixed with the fear of loss of that attained power. Ideas are supposed to evolve, just like the stages of a butterfly. Ideas bring in new information and then are supposed to set us on a course to make decisions. That is when ideas need to be mapped out constructively so that we can move in the direction of attaining certain desired outcomes. We hope to shape those desires into a reality, but that often takes a great deal of time. The final stage of a butterfly is a birthing process, but that stage is a risk, because any idea that begins is rarely the idea that emerges from the cocoon. The birthing stage is always a bit of a surprise, so hopefully it is also filled with wonder and delight. This month is indicating on many levels that there is a great need for change at this time. Perhaps the change feels so difficult that you have been avoiding the obvious. To evolve past one's beliefs and ideals requires great courage, mixed with the vision and wisdom to risk it all, to discover the truth that we are inside. Who we really are can be shockingly different than who we have been pretending to be. But this month, the cards remind us that those things that we think define us must be completely released to claim our authenticity. That is why the bat card is so important. The bat signifies that to gain true power, we must run the gauntlet of humanity. If we have been holding ourselves in positions of superiority, life is now going to make us run a gauntlet that is going to show us that our quest for power is pointless if one does not operate from a place of authentic humility and compassion for others. This bat medicine shows that some have worked themselves into a corner with no way out. Notice if you are constantly defending yourself, that is an indication that you are very angry and that you are still in ego. Too much ego causes rage and stagnation. It eventually leads to terrible consequences if we are unwilling to drop our defenses and realize that it is our beliefs that are false and finally begin releasing them. We will notice that all the antagonism that we perceived externally will suddenly vanish. Ant reminds us that we have to work together to make something that supports the greater good. Ant reminds us that those that make greed a way of life will always prey on those holding disowned fear and those that feel less than. Those that promise a get-rich-quick scheme are looking for suckers to feed upon. Impatience is a mind primed to make mistakes. Fear will make someone make a choice before they have all the answers, and that is never good. The Nine of Feathers reminds us that all egos eventually die. They cannot move from this domain into the higher spiritual realms. That is why in the transition of death, we are required to release everything, because only our authentic self and true love can be carried by the soul as we move from this domain into the next. The Ten of Wands reminds us to breathe and to make choices to be around those that we feel safe so that we can breathe fully. This month, steer clear of those that make us feel tight and defensive. Make choices to cultivate those souls that support a more relaxed stance in a world that is shifting so rapidly that we are uncertain in many moments. This month, we are to focus on those that are our companions of destiny. The cards indicate that we know what we need to do. It is up to us to finally find a way to do it. Self-restraint is important in this month of excess. The more we recognize why we do the things we do, then that do not support our highest self, we finally make a choice to be less passive and more active in taking responsibility for our life, our body, our emotions, and our choices. Being human and being in a dualistic world instantly is the conflict. We are here to merge duality into something new, magical, and fascinating. We are many facets of a complex puzzle trying to come together so that we can create a picture that we did not know was trying to burst out of our core. It is okay to be at times strong and weak. It is perfect to feel the power inside and feel completely alone. It is okay to be the embodiment of a possibility in a dream while seeking to find a way to express the purity of your love. We are life and death. We are the integration of a new life coming out of a dream. Let this month be a wonderful exploration into a new potential that is surfacing. Let it come out of the dark waters of the subconscious and let it leap into the sunlit air of hope. You are wonderful in so many ways. Let others see that beauty, and while some may marvel at it from a distance, know that being the light that you are and showing it out into the world inspires others to also try. Maybe not now, but someday. Thanks, everyone.